The USAFL's member clubs are kicking it up another notch here in Dublin, Ohio. On tap today, a mixed women's match featuring players from New York, Toronto, San Francisco, Portland, and Arizona, as well as an early match from day 2 between the Chicago Swans and the Boston Demons. It's another double feature of Australian rules football, tournament style. This is Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. We're on location at the Darree Soccer Complex in Dublin, Ohio, the site of the 2014 United States-Australian Football League Nationals Tournament. And we're here to bring you another episode of Stateside Footy, the program that features Aussie rules as it's played right here in the United States. Alongside camera person Stacey Robert, I'm Bill Robert, and today we have 2 more tournament games on tap for you. We'll start with a match in the women's division featuring 2 mixed sides. The ladies of New York and Toronto will battle a West Coast contingent made up of players from San Francisco, Portland, and Arizona. Then we'll pick up at the start of tournament day 2 as the still winless Boston Demons go up against the Chicago Swans, a side they've already faced this season. And that sums up where we are right now. Coming up next, the ladies take the ground in a matchup that is, for the most part, East versus West. Get ready for more action after the break as we continue to come your way with Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. We continue our coverage of the 2014 U.S.A. Nationals tournament here on Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. And we've got the final match of our coverage for day one, and this is going to be a couple of mixed teams in the women's division. It's going to be a mixed team between New York and Toronto, basically the Lady Magpies and also the team from AFL Toronto. They'll be wearing the Magpies jumpers, so we're going to refer to them as the Magpies. And then you have a mixed team between San Feancisco, Portland, and Arizona. So you've got some of the ladies there. It looks like they're wearing the jumpers of the Golden Gate Australian Football League. So, well, it could be the Arizona Hawks too. Can't tell from this distance, but as they come closer, I'm sure it'll become pretty obvious. We're just about set to put this one up for grabs. And obviously, Lady Magpies, a team you see a lot here on Stateside Footy. Big friends of the program here. And the umpire, Bruce Rogers, tosses up for grabs and knocked out, and right there. San Francisco starts to put it ahead now. Goes off a little bit. Ball goes back to the ground now. And we'll just stay there. And finally we have a whistle, and I believe they'll ball it up. And indeed they do. And it tapped out once again. And it moves more towards their end of the ground right now. We're rolling with it right now. And let's see. Looks like we get another stoppage in play. And the free kick goes in, and it's marked. Oh, that was beautiful. So they're lining up to take their first shot on goal for this match. Put some points on the board. And let's see, that kick is going offline a little bit. And actually, no. From where we were sitting, it looked offline, but not from where the umpires were sitting, because the goal umpires are waving two flags, and that means a major score, however you slice it. So the San Francisco, Portland, Arizona mixed team right now scoring the first points of the match, a major score, and right now it's 1-6. And New York, obviously nothing at this point. And ball gets brought back up to center, where the umpire, Bruce Rogers, will put it back up into play. And up it goes once again, and punched out, and Golden Gate with it once again. And they kick it ahead. Giving chase, Lady Pies trying to move with it now. Trying to find a player on the lead. It's punched ahead. Lady Pies looking to get it in the wrong part of the ground, but Golden Gate coming right back. And goes to ground once again. Bunch of players fighting for it. Continues to go in the opposite direction where the Lady Pies want it to go. And still pretty much along the ground. And let's see. Still trying to work with it. Big congestion right there. And a handball out, and finally they see some space, and they're able to get it to the boot and kick it up, and let's see. How's that going to bounce? It looks like it's going to be still in play, kicked across the face. And let's see here. I believe we're going to have maybe a boundary throw in from the pocket. And it's tossed up, and goes back to ground. Golden Gate looking to score with it again. They try and get it to the boot. Loose ball. And there's a race for it now. Lady Pies looking to move with it. Kick comes out. And almost marked by a Golden Gate player. And let's see. Player gets hauled down. And it looks like we've got a free kick. Well, free kick going to Golden Gate. With the call was holding the ball, and the kick goes in toward the goal, looking to set up a target in front, and it bounces off a set of hands, and it's going to roll through now. And where is it going to go? Let's see. I believe we've got another goal there. Indeed we do. So they've doubled their lead. Now it's 2 straight 12. Lady Pies have yet to actually even see the ball on their end of the ground. So this I believe it's, well, we're referring to them as Golden Gate because those are the jumpers they're wearing. It's actually a mixed team of players from San Francisco, also Portland and Arizona. So we have some members of the Steelheads Footy Club as well as the Arizona Hawks as well. And hit out of the ruck by New York. Can they move with it though? Nope. Golden Gate takes it over. It's a loose ball now. And with it, here they come. Kicked ahead. Lady Pies looking to move with it. And let's see. Goes wide. Good bounce for the Lady Pies, although there's a race for it now. And let's see. Well, the Lady Pies has it now. She picks it up off the ground. She drops the ball, though. Golden Gate's got it now. And let's see. Ball goes back to ground. They're able to move out with it. Nice smother there. Beautiful job by one of the Lady Pies. And it goes out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw in. Bunch of familiar faces for this Lady Magpies team. And the throw goes in. Mentioned some of the familiar names, including Drea Casillas, Autumn Irvin. And coaching this time out, Christina Licata, who we had on one of our pre-show interviews. As Golden Gate looks to work it out once again. They kick it along the boundary, and it will stay in play. And then bounce. Oh, boy. Cruel bounce for the Magpies as it goes right over the head of the player who had the best path to the ball. And they try and pick the ball up off the ground right now. Still advancing it ahead, though. Golden Gate once again. And let's see, we got a whistle? Or do we? Nope, that was on another field. Got crossed up by that again. And the kick goes, and it is marked by Golden Gate. And they look to kick it ahead right now. That kick, though, goes a little wide. And let's see, it's going to bounce along towards the outer boundary. A bunch of players giving chase. And it looks like it'll go out, and we'll have a throw in. As the action continues toward that end of the ground. Once again, Lady Magpies looking to pick up their first point. And let's see. Comes in now and right near the goals. Kick goes up and not quite marked. Went off a set of hands. It's loose right now, but in close to the goals. Golden Gate looking to push through some more points. And the kick goes out now. Bunch of players giving chase. And let's see. I believe we've got another throw in here along the boundary as the players line up. And it gets tapped out. And once again, no clear winner, but Golden Gate seems to be in control now. It's a big scrum, though, along the far boundary. And I believe the umpire is going to call for it and ball it up. He indeed is. Toss it up once again for grabs. And hit out of the ruck, and then goes off another set of hands. And once again, heading for the boundary. It'll go out again, so we'll have another boundary throw in. Magpies, the Lady Magpies wanting to put some points on the board here. And we'll need to before this game gets too far out of control. And once again, we will have the throw in from the boundary. 12-0 right now in favor of the Golden Gate Footy Club, the mixed team. And coming out now. They're trying to move with it once again. And it'll go back to the far boundary. I believe they'll take it over once again. We'll have another throw in. And here we go with it again. As they set up, there's the throw. Coming down now and winds up in Golden Gate hands. It's kicked ahead. Smothered a little bit, though. They still battle for it along the ground. Kicked up now. Target setting up, and oh, that is a nice mark. Once again, Golden Gate taking the mark. They will play on, it looks like. Or will they? Nope. Slow down and take the kick. And we get the player with it right now. And more action in the game right now. The ball is loose. And once again, they're... Actually, I'm sorry, that's the wrong field. Getting crossed up once again by the Division I field. Action now, though, for the Lady Pies trying to get it out of their own back pocket. Once again, goes along the far boundary, and I believe it will go out again. We'll have another throw in. Ball goes up once again. Punched out. No clear winner yet. Goes off of a set of hands, winds up going back on the ground. And a bunch of players giving chase. Golden Gate with it again. Kick is smothered, though. Goes to ground. A bunch of players fighting for it. And let's see. And we've got a kick up, and we've got a stoppage. Or do we? Yes, we do. It looks like we're going to have a free kick. Nope, just a ball up, actually. And it gets tapped over. Kicked ahead now. Lady Pies looking to work it into their end of the ground. And it bounces off a bunch of bodies. Along the far boundary, still in play at the moment. And still in play. Kind of a scrum along the boundary, though, and it finally will go out. And as a result, there will be another boundary throw-in. And as we pick random conversation up, because we've got a really good shotgun mic up on the camera boom here, as the action comes back into play and almost looked to go right back out. Pretty much stuck along that piece of real estate along the far boundary. And once again, they'll throw it back in. Past the halfway point of the first half now. Actually, I'm sorry, that wasn't a throw-in. That was actually a free kick. But it's taken now, and once again, the ball off the ground, taken by Golden Gate. And that player with the ball then is tackled. And play on, says the umpire. Oh, and now we have a whistle and a stoppage. And it's thrown in once again. Hit out, and then goes to ground. A couple of players pile up. And it looks like we'll have a free kick paid to Golden Gate Footy Club. And nice mark right there. Bit of a centering ball there. And they'll look to move it ahead some more. Ball juggled a little bit, goes back to ground. They try and soccer it off the ground. And still a battle for it, actually. Let's see. And now it looks like the umpires will call for it once again. Haven't seen the score in a little while. Still stands right now 2 straight 12 for the Golden Gate Mixed Footy Club. And Lady Pies still to score. And Golden Gate moving ahead right now. Another kick in toward the goals. And let's see. Marking attempt spoiled. Ball is loose. Lady Pies still with their back to their own goals almost. And it looks like we'll have another stoppage in play. And they'll ball it up once again, it looks like. Tossed up and tossed it off of a bunch of bodies. Ball still along the ground. It's a hard footy out there right now. And Lady Pies try and bring it out. And it goes over a bunch of bodies. Tap back, though, Golden Gate looking to maintain possession. One of the Lady Pies has it. She's hauled down. Golden Gate's got it once again. And it's handballed over. And nice little sidestep. But then she's hauled down. Nice job there. One of the Golden Gate players was running along. She got hauled down from behind by one of the Lady Pies. Holding the ball. Free kick. New York Lady Magpies. So Lady Pies with the free kick now. And she gets it to the boot. And a number of players go after it. Goes back to ground. And even if they blow it dead right there, actually, no, it looks like, let's see. Yep, they're going to ball it up once again. So that's a victory for the Lady Magpies as they get it up for grabs closer to their end of the ground. And here we go. Lady Pies trying to work it now. Once again, I believe that's Kim Hemingway with it right now, and she's working it. Kicked ahead now. Lady Pies still trying to do something with it here. Getting closer and closer to their own goals. Oh, it takes a bad bounce, so winds up in Golden Gate hands, but they can't hang on to it. Kick now towards the forward 50 for the Lady Magpies. And let's see, it's coming down to the pocket. And it looks like, once again, Golden Gate will get it out of there. Although that's not a very good kick, it's going to bounce and wind up in Golden Gate hands, so they still are able to work it. And let's see. Ball is still alive. Kicked ahead. And giving chase, one of the Lady Magpies. It looks like it'll go out of bounds, though. So we'll have a boundary throw in. But the Lady Pies have been able to get it to pretty much a throw into their own right forward pocket. Best opportunity they've had yet in this match. And the ball goes past all the players, bounces off the ground, but then winds up in Golden Gate hands. And the kick sails up the wing. Taken by the Lady Pies, and she's moving ahead. Kick goes ahead. They're looking for a target, and not the target they were hoping for. As Golden Gate takes it once again for an intercept mark. And let's see, a bunch of players jump over each other, and Lady Magpies soccer it out, and they get some space, and they might be able to work with it right here. Kim Hemingway picking it up right now. She's wrapped right up, but she's able to handball it off, and I believe going after it now. And then knocked down to the ground. One of the Lady Pies there. Kick goes high. I don't believe that'll be long enough for a mark. We've got a couple of players going down there and getting up slowly, a couple of the Lady Pies. And race for the ball right now on the near boundary. Player for Golden Gate dispossessed. And right now, clear sailing. Oh, the Lady Pies had a kick up ahead, but it was smothered. Nice smother by the Golden Gate player. And off the ground. Once again, the ladies from Golden Gate moving it ahead. Nice little bit of a spoil there. Technically, it was a marking attempt, but still, I guess you could call it more a shepherd than a spoil. And let's see, we have got a whistle and a stoppage in play. And a free kick. And the Lady Pies have it now. They look to kick it out, and not marked, goes to ground. The Lady Pies trying to work with it now, trying to run it outside on the edge here. They get it to the boot there. Golden Gate having numbers, but the ball not picked up. New York once again trying to move with it. That is held up, and let's see here. Oh, we've got a throw. Free kick awarded for a throw. And as a result, a free kick is being awarded to Golden Gate. Remember, the Lady Pies get pinged for a throw. So now Golden Gate's got it, and she'll just get it to the boot. Spears a nice kick, bounces on the ground, rolls, and a number of players going after it now. And once again, goes out toward the far boundary. A couple of players hit the deck, battle for it along the ground. Golden Gate now have a kick headed in toward the forward 50. And they're trying to rush the ball ahead some more. Lady Pies with it now, trying to make a move. And just a battle for possession there. Once again, deep in Golden Gate territory. As they look to set up once again. Ball comes in, and let's see, we got a whistle. And a free kick given to Golden Gate. And she will take the kick. And that kick will travel towards the goals and through, it looks like. Oh, she marked it right in front, okay. And she marked that right in front. And that is a goal, okay. Another goal for Golden Gate. Originally, I thought it was a shot that went through. Actually, it was just a mark close in front. And then the player that marked that was able to kick it and finally drive it through. So that is another major score for the Golden Gate club, the combined team of Golden Gate / San Feancisco, also Portland and Arizona players. And they lead the New York Lady Magpies / Toronto mixed team right now by a score of 3 straight 18-0 as we get late in the first half of action here. And tossed up for grabs once again. And moving with it is Golden Gate. Again. Back to their end of the ground. And the Lady Pies try and kick it out. They might have some space on the wing, but Golden Gate gets there first. Oh, she is hauled down, though. And that was a nice tackle. As a result, actually. And the tackle was a little too rough because the Golden Gate player now gets the free kick. She kicks it in once again toward the sticks and goes off of a couple of hands. Or did she mark it? No, I guess she marked it. They paid the mark. Sliding mark. Hard to see because where we are right here, it's over the crest of the hill. So. And let's see, the kick goes in. Right across the face of goal. And it's marked right in front, it looks like. Here we go again with the Golden Gate team looking to add to their totals. And that kick goes up. Falls into a pack right in front of the goals. And then before anything happens, they hit the horn. And then they put out the flag for the point. So just as time ran out, the Golden Gate team was able to put another point on the board. So we are at halftime now, and the score stands. The mixed team of the women from San Feancisco, Portland, and Arizona, 3 goals, 1 behind, 19 points. And the mixed team from the New York Lady Magpies and the Toronto Footy Club, nothing. Coming up next, your second half of action, and when that is finished, we finish up our first day of coverage here at Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. Don't forget, you can watch any episode you want anytime at all. Just look us up online at vimeo.com/StatesideFootyTV.
Australian Rules Football? In the U.S.? That's right. The United States Australian Football League is in a city near you. Go to USAFL.com, find your team, check them out. We're a group full of men and women just like you. Join us for the fun athletic competition. Stay for the camaraderie.
We are the champions!
Log on and sign up to join your team at USAFL.com.
Clubs are coming out for the second half of this match here, one of the final matches in the first day of the USAFL 2014 Nationals Tournament. And right now the score stands, the Golden Gate, San Feancisco, Portland, Arizona mixed team right now, 3 goals, 1 behind, 19 points. And the New York Lady Magpies yet to score or really have too many meaningful possessions in their half of the ground yet. As the ladies all get set to take their position and head back. Just about set to bring you the last half of the game here. Umpire Bruce Rogers ready to put it up into action. He raises the ball, blows the whistle, and now he will toss it up for grabs, and we have the second half. Bunched ahead now by the Lady Pies, but Golden Gate with it now. Lady Pies kick it ahead, looking for a target there. Oh, she's pushed and actually going to let it slide. And Golden Gate kicks it back in. A couple of players lining up underneath. And ball comes out again. Ball is loose. Lady Pies get it, kicked ahead, and goes along the near boundary here. And Golden Gate with it. Player there tackled, dispossessed. Ball goes to ground. Kicked around now, and once again a huge pile of players going for the ball there. And so they'll toss it up. Umpire calls for it and puts it up, grabs once again. They'll ball it up and tapped once again, and Golden Gate with it now, and here they are in a rush. Kick goes ahead and bounces off of one of the players there. She's got it now, though. She gets it to the boot, and let's see, ball goes to ground. After an intercept marking attempt was spoiled a little bit. And the Lady Pies look to work it back now to their end of the ground. We've got a whistle and a free kick going to the New York Lady Magpies. And she gets it to the boot now, takes a bounce, and winds up bouncing off a player's hands, and that'll go out of bounds, it looks like, so we'll have a boundary throw in. Just started the second half of this one. Golden Gate, the mixed team there, leading the New York mixed team, 19-0. And the throw-in comes in, goes to ground once again. And players look to move it forward. Kick now by Golden Gate, and the intercept mark once again. The attempt spoiled, and Golden Gate looks to move it further ahead. Lady Pies battling in their back half, but Golden Gate's got it now. It's a race to the ball. couple of players have had a chance at it, actually. Goes to ground. And it's basically going to be tied up. And it looks like Bruce Rogers once again will call for it. And he will toss it back up for grabs. Goes up and punched ahead. Bounces off a couple of hands. Comes loose and then chipped ahead by one of the Lady Pies. And she just kicks it out. So it'll be a boundary throw-in, but still a boundary throw-in for Golden Gate at their right forward pocket. And let's see, knocked out and goes off a couple sets of hands. And in there right now, one of the players chasing after is Darree Soccer. And, oh, it's marked right there. Golden Gate with a really good chance up close. Angle's a little off, but she can kick it straight. She can nail this. Well, familiar players we see there. We mentioned Darree Casillas, Autumn Irvin in there as well for the Lady Magpies. And she's going to play on, try and run around, get the better angle, and that's going to work. Or maybe not. No, it looked like it went through, but apparently no. Just a minor score. Of course, still adding to the Golden Gate lead, so it's 3-2-20 now. And the Lady Pies once again have to take the kick in from their own back goal square, which they do. And we got a whistle. Oh boy, she ran out of the goal square. When you have the kick in from the back goal square, you have to stay within the goal square. You cannot leave the goal square and then kick, because otherwise it's a ball up right at the tip of the goal square. So it'll be balled up right outside the goal square. Tapped ahead by Golden Gate, but right into New York hands, and they'll kick it out. And it'll take a bounce, and oh, New York player had it, but then she gets wrapped up right then and there. But in that tackle, there's a bit of an infringement as a result. Lady Pies will get the kick there. Free kick going, and intercept marked by Golden Gate. And she'll hold it there. Look for a target, and they'll try and move it ahead to add to their score. Nice kick into the forward 50, and it goes off of a couple of hands. Winds up going to ground. Golden Gate's got it now. And the kick goes through and almost intercepted, but very, very easy goal there. Very easy goal for Golden Gate. One of the Lady Magpies went to charge, but she missed. As a result, the Golden Gate player had it, and pretty much from there, smooth sailing right to the goal. Uncontested, unopposed, and she gets to add to her club's lead, and now it is 4-2-26 to nothing. And they'll bring it back up to center once again. And comes out of the ruck once again, and Golden Gate with it. They try to take the running bounce. And it goes down now, and it's marked there by the Lady Pies. I believe that's, let's see. Kicked ahead there, and let's see. Goes off a couple of hands. Goes to ground once again. And battle for it there. Oh, boy. And they'll just battle for it there. They'll toss it up for grabs once again. And the Rucks will go at it. And Lady Pie's trying to work with it, but as soon as the player gets the ball, she is wrapped up. Won't get called for holding the ball because of the fact she had no prior opportunity to dispose of the ball, so the umpire calling for it once again, and he will just toss it up for grabs once again. And knocked ahead. Lady Pie's working it now, and they look to kick it ahead. And it's a big chase for it, and Golden Gate getting it once again. Kick going toward their forward 50. Takes a couple of bounces, and won't sit for her, though. One of the players had the ball right in front of her, but it would not sit for her. She couldn't pick it up cleanly. And now the Lady Pies are all over the place. And they're trying to move it out now. Kick goes along and almost marked, but Golden Gate has it now. She actually just lets it go. She's dispossessed. And with it there, I believe that's Heather Serpico who gets the kick out for the Lady Pies. And it's marked there. Intercept mark taken by Golden Gate. And the kick comes up, and it is marked. Oh, boy. Here we go again. Golden Gate looking to move it further into their attacking forward half. And a kick there, not a very good one, just goes along the ground. And as a result, one of the Golden Gate players picked it up, but she's immediately wrapped up by 3 or 4 Lady Magpies. Heather Serpico is in there. Autumn Irvin is in there, and they'll just call for it. And they will ball it up once again. Darkness and a bit of a chill starting to set in here in Dublin in this day one of USAFL Nationals. And now with it, here come the Lady Pies. Kick is smothered, bounced off of a Golden Gate player. And a number of the ladies go after it now. And the whistle will blow once again. Goes up for grabs once again, hit out. Not to advantage by the Lady Pies, though, because it was punched out by the Lady Pies, but it went right in the hands of a Golden Gate player. She can't hold on to it now, and here come the Lady Pies once again. The kick, the intercept marked, though, by Golden Gate, and they'll be bringing it right back. Kick goes up. Nice arcing kick into a contest, goes off of a sea of hands, and they try and move it forward along the ground. Another scrum for it now, and bit of a tackle there, player dispossessed. Ball goes to ground. Golden Gate with a handball taken by a Lady Magpie, who's then hauled down. She's able to get the ball away, though. And the ball continues to roll out toward the far boundary. Golden Gate getting it now. And kicking it, looking for a target there. There's a race for it. Boundary line, and they've got it once again. Golden Gate now working to move it in, kick it over, and let's see here. It's going to roll, and it'll finally go out of bounds, and we will have a boundary throw-in. Once again, that's a good result for Golden Gate because of the fact that it happened right near their goals. Basically, it's in their forward pocket. Coming out once again, and coming out of the ruck. Goes to ground. Still on the ground. And let's see, Golden Gate with it once again, but Lady Pies pressing, and it's just punched ahead, goes off a bunch of hands, and into Darree Casillas' hands. She tries to handball it off. Golden Gate picks it up off the ground, and then a couple of players get taken down there. Still ball in the hands of Golden Gate, though. That kick is smothered. One of the Lady Pies goes down after it, and then kicked ahead, and this looks like it might be out on the full. Let's see. Nope, just stayed inside. It looked like so it'll be a boundary throw, and once again, a good result for the Golden Gate Footy Club, the mixed team here. Of course, Golden Gate is San Francisco, Portland, and Arizona, but I'm referring to them as Golden Gate because they're wearing the Golden Gate AFL jumpers. So let's see, it's tossed back in and goes off of a hand, giving chase to one of the Lady Pies. Battle once again down near the boundary, and out it goes once again. Up we go, and goes off a few hands. Darree Casillas had a hand on it momentarily. And now a centering ball attempt for Golden Gate. It's marked, and they'll play on. And she'll just kick it, and it looks like it went wide. Or, yep, 1 point. So that's another one. So it's 4-3-27 now for Golden Gate. Kick comes out, and it is marked. 4-3-27 now for Golden Gate. Lady Pies obviously still yet to score. And the ball once again, they're bound for it, coming near the near boundary up here. Golden Gate still working the ball. Lady Pies are pressing, but Golden Gate able to make some connections on those kicks and passes. And we've got a whistle, and it looks like the umpire, Bruce Rogers, will toss it up for grabs once again. Up it goes once again. Punched over. And it's loose, and Golden Gate looking to get it. Player that was tackled just as she got a hand on the ball. Lady Pies working it now. Heather Serpico with it. She's hauled down. Golden Gate with it now. And kick bounces off of a couple of players, actually, I think. And Casillas tries to fist it over on the ground. Golden Gate takes it. She's wrapped right up. Kim Hemingway in there on the tackle there. So it'll be balled up once again. And tapped over. And kicked by Golden Gate. Let's see, it goes back in. Oh, it hits the behind post. The New York defender actually was able to get a hand on the ball, went out and rolled a couple times, bounced, hit the behind post, which is tantamount to it going out of bounds, but it rolled out of bounds, didn't go out on the full, so therefore this will be just a boundary throw-in right outside the goalpost. And Darree Casillas gets her hands on it now, gets it to the boot. But the kick is taken in an intercept marked by Golden Gate once again, and they set up, looking to add to their score. Kick goes in now. Nice intercept marked by the Lady Magpies. Very nicely done. And now a few players running around, trying to make themselves available targets. And, oh, nice spoil. It's punched away by one of the Golden Gate players. Another player has it. She's hauled down, but she gets it off to a third player, who then gets it to the boot, bounces off Lady Magpie's hands. And let's see. Kicked in. That was going to go wide, but not. There we go. It'll bounce off the corner now and wind up rolling out of bounds, so it will be a boundary throw-in. Just a few minutes left in this one. And right now, the Golden Gate ladies, well, the mixed team, fully in control of this one. They lead 27-0. And let's see, it takes a bounce and then bounces back. And we've got another whistle. They'll ball it up once again. And it'll get punched out. Golden Gate has it again. She's able to get it to the boot. And nice mark taken, intercept there by the Lady Magpies. And now she kicks it ahead, spears a kick, takes a weird bounce though. And it's just loose. A lot of players giving chase right now. And it heads out toward the far boundary. And let's see. And we've got a whistle, and I believe they'll ball it up once again. The umpire, Bruce Rogers, calling for it. And we'll just put it back up for grabs now. Ball goes up and knocked out, and chasing for it once again along the boundary line. Golden Gate gets it, though. One of their players able to get it to the boot. And let's see, almost a mark. And we've got a whistle here. Number of whistles. Let's see what's going on here. I wonder if the ball went out of bounds and they're working on a boundary throw-in. That's what it appears to be. That is indeed a boundary throw-in. And it's punched ahead by Golden Gate, and they're looking to work it up the field once again. Running into some Magpie pressure, though. And let's see, moves along the far boundary. Once again, it rolls, and it looks like it'll go right back out, and we will have another boundary throw-in. Just a few minutes left to go in this one. And that'll pretty much finish day one of action here at the USAFL Nationals. As the ball goes back to ground after the boundary throw-in. Goes up now, and one of the Lady Pies in there trying to get it. Indeed, she does now. And she kicks it off, and once again, Golden Gate able to pick up the intercept mark. And they pretty much have this one now. Kick going ahead, and it's marked. And Golden Gate looking to move it further up the ground. Goes over a couple of heads there, rolling toward the boundary line. They've still got it, though. Ball is still alive. And Lady Magpies with it now. And she kicks it ahead, and it's marked. Here we go. Lady Magpies on the march once again. They have a long way to go and a short time to get there. To borrow a line from Jerry Reed. And ball winds up going in nobody's hands, but picked up off the ground by Golden Gate, and they move it ahead once again. Goes off of a bunch of hands there, and it's going to roll out. And it'll be a boundary throw-in. But once again, just about at the forward pocket for the Golden Gate Club. So a rather fortuitous chain of events for them. As they toss it back in from the boundary. And one of the Lady Pies slaps it ahead, but the Golden Gate's got it now. And she's clear to move, and let's see here. Nope, actually one of the Lady Pies is back there, and she almost plays goaltender. Actually just gets it, and it kicks it, and it bounces off of a set of Lady Magpie hands. Golden Gate has it now, but their Golden Gate player gets taken down, and we're pinged for a throw, apparently. So free kick will go to the Lady Magpies. New York with the free kick, but still in their own territory. They've got to move it ahead, and they have to do so fast. Kick going into a pack right up the corner, basically, and a chase for it once again. Goes to ground. Number of players go down, and I believe we'll have another ball up. Umpire calls for it once again. Not much time left in this one. At this point, the Magpies, Lady Pies, looking to at least get a point on the board. And it's hit out of the ruck, but right into the hands of a Golden Gate player. And they're moving with her once again. She's able to get it to the boot. And it bounces on, and I believe New York will have it first. Oh, there we go. And she's able to handball it over. And Autumn Irvin tries to kick it out, can't do it. Golden Gate picks it up, and once again, another player has it. She's wrapped right up. Lady Pies pounce, Golden Gate comes away with it, though. She gets it to the boot. That's a long kick, and that might travel on its own. It takes a bounce, though. And Golden Gate trying to work with it once again. Handball out. And as soon as the player gets the ball, she is tackled. But there's a high contact call, so someone's got a free kick coming up here. And I believe it's going to be Golden Gate. Indeed, after that last contact there, last tackle. High contact, so here we go. The kick is high, and it looks like it's over the line. And that's going to be another goal. Golden Gate adding to their tally. 5-3-33 now. And as time continues to count down, the Golden Gate score continues to count up. And they'll bring it back up to center and toss it up once again. 1 day to go, and of course, we've got a lot of games and a whole lot more episodes of Stateside Footy to come from Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals for 2014. Hopefully you'll stick with us and check out the upcoming episodes. If you're watching us on cable, by the way, you can check us out online at StatesideFootyTV.com. And once again, coming out of the ruck, it's Golden Gate with it. I'm detecting a pattern developing here. Ball goes to ground. Golden Gate, I think it was a bit of a fend-off, and let's see here. She's able to get it, though. Free kick awarded to Golden Gate. And she puts a kick in. She's got a target lined up. Oh, she can't mark it, though. Falls out of her hands. There's a chase for it. And they try and move it ahead. And let's see here. They still have it. It's still in play, just about at the boundary. Lady Pies take it now. They get it to the boot, and it is marked. New York now on the move. And there goes the free kick. And bounces off of some hands out there by the boundary. Still giving chase. Lady Pies have it now. And they try and move it further up. They do have it. I believe that's, let's see. The play was stopped. I thought they had momentum, but maybe it went out of bounds. Or no, free kick actually paid to Golden Gate. So something must have happened on the way. And now she'll get the ball to the boot. And it'll bounce. And there'll be another ball rolling along the ground. Big chase for it now. Golden Gate, they have it. She picks it up off the ground, and she is taken down from behind there, dispossessed. And a number of players going after the ball. And once again, a little bit of a speared kick there. And it's going to take a roll. Will it sit for her? Yes, it will. She gets it to the boot. Nobody there, though, looking to find a target and close, and it's socked out by one of the Lady Pies. Another one of the Lady Pies has joined the fray right now. And then she is just absolutely knocked down from behind. Being helped up, though. She hit the ground pretty hard. As the battle is finished there, as we have come to full time. And it started with Golden Gate and pretty much ended same fashion there. And that'll do it. That is the final horn, and that is full time of this match here. The final score, the mixed team of San Feancisco / Golden Gate, Portland, and Arizona. 5 goals, 3 behinds, 33 points. And the New York Lady Magpies / Toronto mixed team, no points at all. Coming up next, we've got a Division II clash between the clubs of the Windy City and Beantown. It's the Chicago Swans and the Boston Demons, and you'll see it right here. You're watching the 2014 edition of Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. Early in the morning here on the Division II field at the Darree Complex in Dublin, Ohio, where today we start day 2 of our coverage of the United States Australian Football League Nationals Tournament here on Stateside Footy. And we start off with the team that you usually see on this program, the Boston Demons, as today they take on the Chicago Swans. Now, earlier on this year, these two teams did match up, and indeed was a good match between the two. It was part of the Lady Demons Invitational Tournament that happened in June. And the most memorable game of that, obviously, was Chicago having a lead on the Quebec Quebec Saints. Quebec coming back with a bunch of consecutive goals late in the second half and then winning the game on a kick right before the siren by Bogdan Rotaru of the Quebec Saints. So Chicago's had some ups and some downs this season, but they're looking to make a good showing here. We had a game there yesterday where actually they faced the home team, the Columbus Jackaroos, and the Jackaroos came away with the big win there. The home club looking to be well on their way to another U.S.A. Nationals title. Meanwhile, they're setting up at the middle of the ground, and we're just about ready to go here. More action today. We'll have a bunch of games for you today. And one of the things is, one of the teams that you see here a lot is the Philadelphia Hawks. You see them a lot on Stateside Footy, obviously, because of their proximity to where we normally are. But right now, they are in contention. I believe they're playing right now as well, and they're in contention for making the Division III Grand Final. So if that indeed happens, our old friends, the Philadelphia Hawks, will be featured on Stateside Footy playing for the Division III title today, their first USAFL Nationals title in quite a while, if they can manage it. First, they've got to win their game today, and if they do that, then they are on to the grand final. So lots of footy coming up today, but right now we'll get you started with the Boston Demons taking on the Chicago Swans once again, and that obviously we told you before. One of the notes is number 10 for the Swans, Danny Eunice, used to be a member of the Demons, so obviously an old friend in the lineup there wearing the red jumper. And the Morning Sun had a tough angle, so I'll say ahead of time that we might have some issues seeing some player numbers at times, but we'll do our best. And indeed, the Rucks go at it, and here we go. Demons are on the run. They start. Kick goes in from Tom Graham, looking for a target up front, and let's see, it's heading toward the Demon goals. Chase for it now. Going after it there, Eric Jordica for the Demons. And they play on. And was there a whistle or what? Oh, hang on. The umpire called whistle. I think it might have been when they were chasing the ball. I think Jordica might have gotten pinged. No, actually, they're calling a boundary throw-in. The throw-in goes up now, and knocked out by Chicago. Goes along the boundary line. And with it now is Mike Shepard. Shepard handballs it toward the goals. No one but the red jumpers there, though, and they are able to kick it out. Now you see the Dew jumping off the ball. Marked. Actually, they paid the mark. Mark paid to Zach Slater of the Boston Demons. Slater with a chance right now to give the Demons their first points of the match. Demons coming off a couple of defeats yesterday. And let's see, they're setting him up with the proper angle for the mark right now. Demons would love to pull out a win here. First things first, the kick from Slater goes in tight. Marked, I think. Oh, Jordica can't hang on to it. He juggled it. Can't hold it in close. By the goals now are Ari Jonik battling with one of the Swans, and the ball gets rushed through for a behind. As a result, the Demons, first point of the game, it's a behind, a rush behind. And now they lead it 1-1 to nothing. Kick in off from the back goal scorer by Chicago, taken by Tom Graham. Handed off to Roy Smith and back to Graham now. And it goes up, kick goes up, and trying to mark it there is Ari Jonik, punched ahead by Chicago. And it goes now to the far boundary. Chicago looks to have it. Demons giving him some trouble, though. And let's see, there's a collision, and still going after it. Loose ball. Demons had it momentarily. I believe that was Graham. Swans have it now. Chicago moving on, and they drop the ball. Going to be some problems today because there's a lot of dew and frost on the ground here. That ball is very slick. And moves ahead now. Mike Shepard going after it. He can't get it. It's just past his reach. Chicago trying to move it out. Demons applying some really terrific pressure. And a kick ahead. Soccer ahead. It's going to stay in. Won't go over the boundary. With it now is Jordica. Jordica gets tackled. Comes now and running out there. Chicago's got it now. And they go to kick it ahead. Taking the intercept mark beautifully there is Joseph Silvio for the Demons. Joe Silvio's got it now. He takes the kick, and it is marked right in the middle. And here come the Demons. I believe that's Rusty Smith with it now. He'll kick it ahead. He's got a target set up. He's got him. Number 34, that's David Knezovic. Let's say it. Knezolenko, you beauty. Needed to get that one in before the weekend was over. Actually made a big play a couple of years ago at Nationals with a game-winning kick late in the game against San Diego. He kicks it now. Jordica's on the lead, and he marks it. Knezovic to Jordica. From one West Coast Eagles barracker to another. And now it's a bit of a long kick for Jordica. See what he can do with it here. Demons setting up underneath. Rory Smith is in there, as well as Jordan Rarick. And the kick goes up. That's headed for the sticks. And let's see. What's the call on that one? That is a single point. Point scored by Jordica. 2 early points for Boston. And now they lead 2-2. Chicago yet to score. And now the Swans will take it from their own back goal square for the kick in. And the kick goes up. Ari Jonik running under it, and he'll take the intercept mark. Jonik for the Demons. And he'll kick it ahead now. And the Swans have numbers. They can't mark it, though. It's a slick ball. Kicked ahead off the hands of another Swan. He tries to move it over. And ball coming up now. Punched ahead again by one of the Demons, but right into Chicago hands. They'll kick it out and try to move it to their end of the ground now. One of the Demon players goes down. Demons have it now. They handball it back. Nobody there, though, and it's kicked ahead by Chicago. Intercept mark there by Silvio. Actually, it's not a mark. It didn't go far enough, but Silvio's got it. He kicks it ahead. Jonik will mark it. Demons once again moving it toward their forward 50 area, and he just gets it to the boot. Big kick in, trying to line up a target. Jornica taps it over. Spoils the intercept mark attempt. And then the ball goes back to ground. With it now, that's Smith. Goes over, and here come the Demons with it again. Kick in the forward 50, and the intercept mark cannot be taken by Chicago. There's a race for it now. A couple of players along the ground. Still in Boston territory. The Demons applying pressure. And it'll roll right near the boundary. It's open. He's near. He takes the kick and kicks a goal. That's a beauty. That's Tom Graham, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best players of the Demons the past couple of years. Had the open space, brought it along the boundary, a little check side kick, and he puts it through. And the Demons with a first major score, a gorgeous goal by Tom Graham. As a result, now they lead the score. 1-2-8 for the Demons. Swans still yet to score. A beauty by Tom Graham. And from what we were told at the interviews we did before the game started on Friday, this will be Tom Graham's last game with the Demons. Very sad. Terrific player, but yeah, he's moving out west, so they'll now have to face him as one of the West teams. As they bring it back up to center now. Umpire puts it up for grabs. And it looks like the Swans will get the clearance. Indeed, they do. Kick goes out wide towards the boundary, and it's going to roll out of bounds. But that is the furthest Sydney's been so far. I'm sorry, Chicago's been so far. That is the furthest Chicago's been so far on their end of the ground. So far, it's been mostly Boston. Boston's showing some really good pressure early on. And comes in once again, no clear advantage after the hit out. Bunch of players going after it right now. Battling for it along the ground, and we'll have a whistle, and it looks like the umpire will call for it, and he will ball it up. Ball goes up once again, and hit out to advantage by the Swans momentarily, but it winds up in Demon hands. Kicked towards midfield, and right now, actually toward the middle of the field, they're already at midfield, but kicked toward the corner, you could say, and we have a whistle. And I guess we have a free kick, and on top of that, it looks like they've awarded a 50-meter penalty. Not sure for what, but giving the Swans a terrific opportunity here. And the kick goes up. It's curving toward the goals. And that looks like that's a major for the Swans. Or is it? No, I see one finger. So it looked like it was bending back. It just didn't bend back enough or in enough time before it got over the line. But Chicago is on the board. Now the Demons will take the kick in from their own back goal square. So it's 8-1 now in favor of the Demons. And they're now looking to move it. Battle for it along the ground. Trying to come up the corner with it. And ball still goes to ground. That is a really slick ball out there. It's a hard footy anyway with all the pressure, but the ball is definitely getting wet. You can see when they made one of the kicks down here earlier, you can see the water just spray off the ball. Chicago looking to move it ahead again. Still having problems holding the ball, though. And the ball goes out wide. Chicago with it now. And he's hauled down. Holding the ball, it looks like. Now let's see, we've got a free kick for the Demons after that one. Nice tackle. Player didn't get rid of it in time. Get pinged for holding the ball. The Demons will have the free kick. And now it comes up and marked. Nice job there. I think that's Graham again. And he'll just kick it out wide. And let's see. Ari Jonik's got it now. He will kick it up. Looking for Joe Connor. A couple of Swans in there spoil it, but I believe that's Devine that comes away with it. Kick goes, and trying to get it there is Rierick, but doesn't get to him. A couple of the Swannies take it, but then getting in there and causing trouble is Graham. And we've got a whistle, and I didn't see what the umpire had signaled. But it's a free kick going to the Chicago Swans. With it now, that's number 17 for Chicago. And it's marked by number 25, who we learned yesterday. That's Pony. Pony has the ball there, and he kicks it into the Sydney half and the Chicago half of the ground. And a tackle along the boundary. Chicago player is loose. And he kicks it into open space. Race for the ball. Chicago's got it. They try and kick it back, and still a battle for it. Tough footy along the ground. Chicago pressing. D's looking to move it back. Kick out, corralled by one of the Swans. He kicks it now in toward the forward 50 again. And it's going to stop. It's going to roll. There's a chase for it. It looks like there'll be a Demon there first. However, the boundary beats them all to the ball. And as a result, it'll be a boundary throw-in deep in Chicago Swans territory. First half action here at Nationals, Boston versus Chicago. And right now, the D's up by 7, 8-1. And it's tossed in. Knocked down by the ruckman, and I believe the Demons are trying to come out with it now. Handball over. Off the ground. They're just going to try and soccer it ahead, but Chicago gets there first, picks up the ball. Ball goes back to ground now. Chicago with it. Can't get the kick to the boot, though. Demons are having problems picking it up, too. It's a really wet footy right now. And it's just a continual scrum out there. But now a kick into some space. Race for the ball. Who get there first? Ari Jonik with the Jets on. Able to tip it ahead, trying to get it to sit for him on the run. Runs past the ball, though. Chicago kicks it in now toward forward 50. And play on calls the umpire. Demons looking to move it out, and he gets it to the boot. And not marked. It's loose. Demons almost came away with it. They've got it now. And the kick comes back up through the corner. Once again, it's just kick it and play go fetch. But unfortunately, Chicago fetches the ball, but he can't hang on to it. And Eric Jordan gets there and dispossesses him. Kick from Chicago, headed up through the corner, and it is not marked. So it's a loose ball. Demons applying a lot of pressure. And Chicago kicks it ahead once again. And some good pressure right now being applied by the Demons, even though it is on their back half of the field right now. And let's see, it looks like the ball has gone out of bounds, or do we have a free kick? No, we got a free kick. Some contact there, so as a result, Chicago will get the free kick. And they're close to scoring territory here, or at least getting close to scoring territory. So the kick comes up, and they're looking at, it's basically a centering ball. And let's see. I believe it just got marked in front. And the kick goes well wide. Or does it? Wait for the goal umpire's indication here. Nope. Actually didn't go wide. Once again, we've got kind of a tough angle here, but it was at an angle, but before it went wide, it got over the line and went through the sticks. So that is indeed a major score for the Chicago Swans. And now they trail by just one. 1-2-8 for Boston, 1-1-7 for Chicago. And they'll bring it back up to center. At this point, the Demons can just reset and try to move it forward once again. Coming out of the ruck, though, it looks like Chicago's going to have it once again. And they move the ball to their half of the ground. Ari Jonik looked like he just came up with it, though. And the ball is loose. I believe that's Graham now. He's got a kick. Joe Connor lining up under it, perhaps. Nope, he can't get it. Swans pick it up, and they go to kick it out now. And the ball falls between everybody. Shepard's got it now for the Demons. He is hauled down, dispossessed, able to punch it ahead, and still play on, calls the umpire. Kicked ahead by Zach Slater. And with it now, Cheyenne Gunawardena Gets it to Jordica. Actually, Jordica can't get it. It just runs off his hands. But then picked up by the Chicago player who's wrapped up by Jordica. Slater going after it now. It's just going to go out of bounds before Zach Slater can get to it. So it'll be a boundary throw-in. Demons once again pressing in their half of the ground, looking to add more points, increase their lead. Ball goes up now and hit out. And Chicago had it momentarily, but Mike Shepard laying on the tackle and dispossessing the player, and as a result, the ball will roll out of bounds. Boundary throw-in once again. And tapped out into Boston hands, and with it now is Graham. Graham handballs it ahead, tries to get it to Jonik. Jonik stumbles, though. The ball is loose. And a couple players going for it. Graham had it. He was dispossessed. Gunawardena has it now. He's dispossessed as well. Battleford punched up the ground. Nice little knock on. And with it now, that's Tom Graham. Tom Graham already has a goal. He kicks it toward territory. And Jordic has got it now. Jordic trying to get rid of it. Gets it to the boot. And let's see. Jordica with a kick. And it's a goal. A snap kick there. Pivoting around. Jordica puts it through the sticks and increases the Demons' lead. 2-2-14 now for the Boston club. 1-1-7 for the Chicago Swans. Nice play there. Jordica had a couple of players on him. They were trying to tackle him, get the ball away. Basically just pivoted really quick, just whipped off a quick snap kick. Arced high, went through the sticks, got over the line. Nice job there by the Demons number 5. And usually, too, Jorts will play on the back line, so he's doing a lot up front right now. I believe he's actually got a goal and a behind to his credit now. And with it now, here comes Rory Smith, and here come the Demons moving up the field again. Try and get the kick to Gunawardena. They're not going to get it, though. And he is pushed down. Chicago trying to move with the ball. Runs past it, though. And they handball it off now. Kick goes over. He can't hang on to it. And he's just going to get it to the boot and kick it out. And Ari Jonik is in there. Jonik being heavily harassed. He is held down and dispossessed, but gets the ball over to Rusty Smith. Handballs it over to Devine now, and Devine kicks it up. He's got Joe Connor lined up as a target, but it'll go over his head. And kicked back out now by Chicago. And it looks like it's going to roll, and it'll go over the boundary, it looks like. So we'll have a boundary throw-in. As we see the morning sunlight coming off some of the cars here. It almost looks like we've got a star filter installed in the camera here. And it goes out, and I believe that was a Pony that made the tap. Chicago trying to run with it, but that player's dispossessed. Handball now by Shepard. Once again with it, that's Rory Smith. Smith handballs it off, and they kick it up once again, just looking for a target in space. And getting there first is Jordica. Jordica, oh, he doesn't get a very good kickoff. I think the ball slipped out of his hand. But now the handball attempt from Chicago player to Chicago player is successful, but then it's spoiled. Chicago still trying to move it ahead. Boston getting in there. The kick goes up now. They've got a player lined up, and it's spoiled. Beautiful job there by the Demons. And the Demons have the ball once again. Sidestep to tackler 2. Ball goes back to ground. People giving chase. And ball is still on the ground. And we've got a whistle and a free kick going to Chicago. Swannies with a free kick there. And now let's see. It looks like they played on a little bit and went to ground. Now a kick by Chicago. Heading in, and let's see. It looks like it'll be a point, or let's see how they're going to judge this. Didn't see where the ball went because obviously we're on the opposite end of the ground here. Now let's see. Oh, it looks like it went out on the full. Demons free kick in their back pocket. And he'll get it to the boot now. He has a couple of targets lined up. And, oh, he can't mark it. Tries to keep it in, though, before it goes over the boundary. He's got it now. He's got control of it. Handballs it off. Gets it over. And they're running through now. And here come the Demons. Going after it right now is Shepard. Shepard can't get there. The Swans. Handball is smothered. P.J. Devine getting in the way there. And it'll go over the boundary. And it looks like we'll have another boundary throw-in. Good showings from the Boston Demons so far. Looking good right now. Leading, actually doubling up the score. They're leading 2-2-14 to 1-1-7 as the boundary throw-in comes in. And it rolls along the ground a little bit. And we've got another whistle. And we've got a free kick that was awarded to the Swans. So Chicago will have a free kick. Didn't see what the infraction was, but it's put ahead now. And Bounces off a number of hands. Ball's still to ground. Very tough footy today, just A, because of the pressure, and B, because of the slick conditions here and the very wet ball with all the dew and condensation on the ground. As the teams run over, and still in. Kicked up now. And it is marked. Chicago gets the mark. Trying to do another entry kick into the forward 50. Ball goes up and it's spoiled. Kicked over. And the Swans have the mark now. Their mark is paid. Swans with a chance to get those points right back. As they trail here by 7. By 7, actually, they do, yes. They've got 7 and they trail by 7. And the kick goes up and applause roars. That'll be another goal for Chicago. And they're staying in this one. Once again, they trail right now by a single point, the score being 2-1-13. 2-2-14 for the Demons. And Boston with a narrow lead. Good thing right here is the ball's brought back up to center. And last time the Swans scored a goal, it came right back up to center. And the D's kicked right in. And let's see. A push on. That could have been a push in the back, but they let it go. Demons trying to advance the ball once again. Battle for it along the ground. No clear ball winner yet. And the Demons get it now. They kick forward, and they've got a target lined up. It's Connor, but let's see. Free kick going to Joe Connor. And in that contest, Joe Connor got under the ball, but then caught a push in the back in the marking contest. So as a result, he does get the free kick. Got some serious distance here to contend with, but just get it to the boot and see what happens. It is a long kick. It bounces over the head of a couple of the Chicago players, and then the whistle blows, and at that point we're going to have halftime. So some exciting footy so far. Swans looking good, so the Demons. Demons looking great. A couple of really nice goals, one from Tom Graham and the other one from Eric Jordica. And right now at halftime, the score stands. The Boston Demons, 2 goals, 2 behinds, 14 points. And the Chicago Swans, 2 goals, 1 behind, 13 points. We'll see how this one finishes up next as we bring you second half action as we continue with our coverage of the U.S.A. Film Nationals for 2014. And we do it for you right here on Stateside Footy. Second half about to begin. This being one of the most hotly contested games we've seen. Most of the games so far we've had, the margin of victory has been pretty big. In this case, though, at the half, it is just 1 point between the two teams right now. Boston leading Chicago by a single point, 14-13, as we get set to begin second half action in this first game of the second day of the U.S.A. Film Nationals here on Stateside Footy. And the players getting set in place and ready to go. And the umpire blows the whistle. Here comes the ball up right now. Ball goes up and tapped back to advantage by the Demons, but they're going the wrong way. It was Rory Smith with it momentarily, and whether or not he was trying to make space or what, not sure. But anyway, Chicago's got the ball now after a couple of handball attempts. They kick it forward now, and it's marked. Might be getting a little warmer here. That ball might be getting a little drier now as some of the condensation starts to come up off the ground. And Chicago once again pressing in their zone. Battle for it now. Kicked out by the Demons, but then the intercept mark didn't go far enough, so they won't pay the mark. But they've got a player coming in for it now, and player runs in, tries to mark it and can't. Now the Demons in their own back half. That's Matt Wood with it now. I'm sorry, that's not Matt Wood. That's number 18. That's David White. And White kicks it, but then his kick is marked by a Chicago player, so the Swans get the intercept mark, and they'll bring it right back in. And the kick is easily marked there. Man on the mark for the Demons right now is Rory Smith. And kick goes up, and Ari Jonik in there for the spoil. Ball goes to ground. Chicago working on it now. Ari Jonik still with the Jets on. He's able to turn the play around. I believe that was a Pony with the ball for Chicago. Wrapped up there. Nice tackle there by Joseph Castani. And Castani taking the ground now. Chicago with the ball once again. He's tied up actually between Troy Anderson and Castani. And Ari Jonik in there as well. Jonik with another tackle. Pony able to get rid of the ball before, though. And it's kicked ahead. And it goes to Matt Wood. It bounces off his hands. Trying to get it, though, before it comes in. And it's going to go over the boundary, so it'll be a boundary throw-in. So a good result for the Boston Demons. I'm sorry, not the Demons. I'm sorry, good result for the Swans as they get the boundary throw-in in their own forward pocket. Coming out now, that's a kick by Smith. And it's going to take a Boston roll. Winds up going off with the hands of Graham. He gets it now, gets it out to Smith. Rusty Smith with a kick, looking for a target. It's going to take a bounce. Race for the ball now. Who's going to get there first? Looks like it's going to be a Demon. Kicked ahead there. I think that might have been, was that, whoop, we've got a whistle for, it's like kicking in danger. And the free kick being awarded to the Chicago Swans. Nice smother there. It goes off the hands of P.J. Devine. And the ball bounces a little bit. Running back for it now. And then hit is immediately when he touched the ball. High contact, though, so I think he'll get the free kick. One of the Demons there went to get the ball, started to go down, get caught high. That's going to be Troy Anderson with it now. He gets the kickoff. And intercept mark almost taken by Rusty Smith in there with the spoil. And Chicago player picks up the ball. He's tackled by Ari Jonik, and the ball will go out of bounds, so we'll have a boundary throw-in. Still in Chicago territory, though. Demons in the shadow of their own defensive goals, and they only lead by a point. And knocked out of the ruck there by the Boston ruckman, Jeff Hampshire. Knocked ahead now. Chicago with it now on the run. He is dispossessed. Ball goes over to Anderson. Anderson gets it to the boot. Pops straight up and then punched out by Pony. Oh, my goodness. P.J. Devine getting shepherded off that ball. He got clocked. Handballed ahead now. And will he corral it in time? Yes, he will. Keeps it in play. But then a nice hit there by Graham, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Nice little bit of a bump there by the Demons, number 20. And the ball goes out of bounds. We will have a boundary throw in. But the Demons moving it further and further ahead. Ball goes up once again. Tapped down. Out of the ruck, it goes to Anderson. He can't get it cleanly, though. Gets it out to Smith now, to White now, though. And White kicks it over. And it's going to bounce. And race for the ball. Chicago picks it up, though. And they try and handball it through. A couple of players. Player can't field it cleanly, so he's going to wait to pick it up. They do get the kickoff, though, eventually. Mike Shepard takes the intercept mark. A bit of a juggle, but he's able to hang on. And he plays on. And he's going to kick out to the wing. And he's got a player there standing by. I believe that's Rusty Smith, and he'll kick it up now. And it'll just roll. Demons giving chase, and so are the Swans. And it's going to go over the boundary, which means we will have another boundary throw in. Demons now looking to move it to their end. They haven't been down there in a while. It'd be nice to tack on some more points, give them a bigger lead, put more scoreboard pressure on Chicago. Comes out of the ruck after that boundary throw in. Chicago with it momentarily, and he's going to get it to the boot now. He's going to go, though, and race for the ball. Who's going to win it? The Demons almost won the race. It was almost Joe Silvio that comes up with it. And let's see. Chicago gets it now. They get it to the boot, and it is marked. Chicago with the mark. And this is a makeable kick. Matt Wood, the man on the mark for the Demons. And kick goes in. That's high, and that's going to be a goal, looks like. Indeed it is. Chicago with the first points of the half and their first lead of the match. And now they're up 3-1-19 to the Demons, 2-2-14. The ball comes back up to center now. And the Demons need to get to work. Key right now is trying to chain together some possessions, move the ball up the field. And preferably you want to mark in the forward 50 scoring area, but the way the Demons have been playing today, just give it to either Graham or Jordic on the run. You might get a very pretty goal out of it. That's what we've seen so far from the Demons. And the ball taps up once again. Demons now trail, first time in the match. And coming out of the ruck, Graham's got it, goes off the ground, picked up now by Chicago. Goes in, and Silvio almost takes the intercept mark. He's dispossessed, though. And Chicago has it now. Nice tackle there. And that was Silvio with the tackle. And let's see, Chicago takes the intercept mark. They try and play on, handball it ahead. It's taken now by Tom Graham. Graham gets it to the boots. Let's see if he can line up a target there. It's going to bounce and take a bad bounce. Bounces over everyone's head and right into the hands of a Chicago player. And it goes through in midfield now. Trying to get it there is Rory Smith once again. Chicago getting it, or they get it to the boot, and it just goes off the outstretched hands of Matt Wood. He's then pushed down, but they don't pay any free kick. And let's see, race to the goals now. Who's going to get there first? Oh, Silvio got to the ball first, but then the Chicago player picked it up. And as a result, Chicago adds another major score. And all of a sudden, it's 4-1-25. To use an Australian term, things have gone a little pear-shaped for the Demons in the last few minutes. Once again, the umpire puts up the two flags, the goal umpire, so that is indeed a goal. And what was once a tidy effort for the Boston Demons, now maybe not as much so. And they'll bring it back up to center once again and ball it up. And let's see, it goes through. And Swans trying to advance it. They can't. Kicked ahead now there by Hampshire. Gets it over, and getting off the ground there is Rusty Smith. He can't hang on to it, though. He gets it now, just in time to get tackled, though. The ball goes back to ground, it looks like. And let's see, we got a whistle. And I believe the Demons will get a free kick. And the Demons take the free kick now. I believe that's Graham with a free kick. And bounces off a couple of hands. Kick toward the sticks. And let's see, Swans try and move it out. And indeed, they're able to get it off the boot. Takes a bounce and winds up once again in Boston hands. Smith kicks it ahead. Rory Smith. It bounces just over. Another one of the D's there. Ball going back to ground. D's need a couple of major scores, and they need them quickly. Chicago trying to bring it back through the corner. Boston getting in the way, though. Bunch of players around that ball right now. And Chicago's able to get a boot to it. Matt Wood, it bounces over his head right to a Chicago player. Unfortunate bounce, and now Chicago is on the move. Takes a bounce there, and there's a battle for it. And let's see, intercept mark taken right there by Joe Silvio. He's going to kick it up now, and it looks like Rusty Smith will take it. Smith now along the boundary, plays on. Kick goes up and goes along the ground. A couple of Demons there now. Picked up, I think Graham tried to pick it up and get bumped there. Chicago with it once again. They handball it off. And let's see. Player dispossessed with it now is Hampshire. He kicks it ahead. But Swans lining up under it, and they'll take the intersect mark. Kick going up now. Intercept mark taken by the Boston Demons. That's number 7, Joseph Castani. And they're looking to move it ahead right now. Race for that loose ball. It looks like the Swannies will get there first. Soccer it off the ground, and they're moving with it again. Kick goes up and high, and let's see here. Marked. And they're looking to go out on the wing now. And they've got a target. It just couldn't get to him, but it'll sit for him. And Ari Jonik is in there. He can't get the tackle off, and the player gets it to the boot. Matt Wood does the spoil, though. And in there as well, I believe that's, let's see, that's Anderson once again. Anderson wrapped up by a couple of Chicago players. He's got to get rid of it, though. Oh, actually, they're just going to call for the ball up. And once again, goes out and hit out by Pony to advantage. Here come the Swans looking to get the clearance there. Oh, before he can get it to the boot, though. Let's see here. Knocked down. We got a player knocked down for Chicago. He was trying to advance the ball, but he got tackled. As a result, he got pinged for holding the ball, and the Demons will get the free kick. Troy Anderson to take it, and then it's spoiled, but he's able to get it back. And he kicks it up now. And it's marked. And he's going to play on there. That is Dave Knezovic. Knezovic now, he's got a target. Can't hit him, though, but the ball just goes off the ground as it bounced off a few hands. And let's see. Chicago looking to move it again. The players dispossess. Here comes Tom Graham with it now. He goes to move it ahead. Ball goes back to the ground, though. And once again, a bunch of red jumpers in there. Moving through now. Goes through, goes right past Zach Slater. And here come the Swans with it once again. Swans with most of the possession in this second half and all the points. Kick going ahead now and goes over everyone. Jordica going back, as is Silvio for the Demons. Silvio picks it up off the ground, and he is wrapped right up. He's able to get the handball off, though. Another handball off, just goes up past Anderson. Anderson able to keep a hand on it, though. Keep the Swans player from advancing. And let's see. They'll ball it up once again. And hit out to advantage. Not really, actually. The Swan player hit it out cleanly, but then it went right to a Demon. With it now is Zach Slater. Slater handballs it off, looking for it and getting it to Knezovic. Knezovic now with a kick. And nice sliding intercept mark there by Chicago. Tried to set up Ari Jonik on the lead, but it just didn't happen. And takes a bounce over a couple of heads. Taken now, and that's White with it. White tries to handball it off. And Demons looking to move it back now. Player tackled with the ball. Another player tackled, and holding the ball is the call. Free kick going to Chicago. As the Demon player had the ball, tried to move with it, was tackled and didn't dispose of it in time. Kick goes in now. The forward 50 goes tips off the hand of Joe Silvio, and it looks like it'll go through, so that'll be another single point. So right now the Demons are behind by 2 straight kicks. So this technically becomes a three-score game, because they have to kick 2. Even if they kick 2 majors right now, it's only going to be level. The scores will only be tied. In order to win, they need at least 2 majors and a minor. And kicking it ahead there is Joseph Castani. Ball still rolling along the boundary. And it looks like it'll go out, and we'll have a boundary throw in along the wing. And it goes up once again and handed over. Chicago with the ball once again. Kick goes in. Goes off a couple of hands. Punched ahead by Chicago. Here come the Swans again. Nice tackle by Ari Jonik. Demons get the ball now. With it there is Matt White. I'm sorry, that's David White. And let's see, the kick goes off a couple of hands. Goes back to ground. Bunch of players collide trying to get possession of it. Knocked on by Mike Shepard, but then taken by Chicago momentarily. And they move it out, and it looks like we've got another whistle, and Chicago will get another free kick after that scrum along the ground. So Chicago in the driver's seat right now. They lead by 2 straight kicks. And a straight kick gets marked there by Chicago. Here they come once again. And let's see. Hits the ground just before the Boston player can try and mark it. Chicago with it now. They're trying to move it. And the Demons heavy in their territory. Matt Garofalo trying to move away with it now. Let's see. In there now, Zach Slater back there. They're trying to move it ahead. Kicked over toward the boundary. And it goes off a sliding Demon. Bunch of players going for the ball there. And let's see here. I believe it'll go out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in. And Demons have it now, and the mark is taken there by David White. White kicks the ball now, looking for Ari Jonik. Kick goes a little past him on the Jets arrow, just bounces over Rusty Smith. And with it now, Rusty Smith can't pick it up again. A really slick ball, and it's not really sitting for people very well today. Knocked on by Shepard now. Goes over to Rory Smith. Smith's able to get it to the boot, tries to get it to Devine, bounces off his hands, rolls along the ground once again. And Chicago going down to get it. Handball, bump, another collision. Another player on the ground. Handball out now. Jonik going after it, Soccer to head. Goes off of a hand there, and Rusty Smith with it now. He'll get it to the boot, and it'll bounce before it gets to a player. I believe they had Gunnar Wardena lined up to try and get that one. And here come the Swans once again. And nice sliding intercept mark there by Zach Slater. Slats has it now, and he will take it. And he will kick it, looking for a target. Not getting it, though. And Chicago just bring it right back. Kick goes up. Almost an intercept mark there by Ari Jonik. And it's taken now once again by David White. He is dispossessed, but moves ahead. Gets the ball back up. Runs through a couple of players and kicks it forward now. Trying to line up a target. No intercept marked by the Swans, but they do have players there. With it now, I believe that's Knezovic. Knezovic kicks it into Boston territory. Race for the ball right now. And let's see here. It's picked up just short of the goals. Chicago picking it up and getting it out of danger. Best opportunity the Demons have had this half. And let's see. The Demons take the intercept mark now. That kick taken there by Rory Smith. He puts it up now, and it goes through a couple of hands. They battle for it along the ground. Chicago looks to kick it out. I believe that might have been a smother, though. Another big kick, and goes through a bunch of players. Picked up by Chicago. Handball attempt. Goes to ground. Fumbles a little bit. Soccered ahead by a Demon. And let's see, we got a whistle. Is that a free kick for kicking in danger? It looks like it might be. Yes, because Chicago will have the free kick. And they kick it now, and intercept mark almost taken by Matt Garofalo, but he's at least able to spoil a marking attempt. Chicago with the kick, though, and it goes in and is marked once again by number 33. He's already taken one mark, and I believe he kicked a goal after that mark. Once again, leading Matt Wood to the ball on that kick. Time is running out. It looks like this one is going to be pretty much done and dusted. It looks like, indeed, the Chicago Swans may be home here as they have another kick, and this will have to be a long kick if he wants to score with it. It's coming in. I don't know if it'll have the reach. It won't, and it goes off a bunch of hands and then right over. And as a result, it'll be a single point. So now the Demons trail by 13 points. Matt Wood to take the kick in from his own back goal square. Goes up looking for, and not quite getting Joseph Castani. Player dispossessed. And let's see, that kick goes right to Rory Smith once again. Smith kicks it up, looking for a target. And Chicago almost taking the intercept mark, but they were able to get it off the ground and kick it back again. And let's see, looks like it might have gone out on the full. Indeed it did. Demons will get the free kick. And almost intercept marked by Chicago. They get the ball off the ground anyway. Kick goes in now and bounce off some hands. Race for the ball. Soccered ahead there by Ari Jonik. Going forward off the ground there. Another one of the Demons. I believe that might have been Knezovic. Soccered ahead. Goes off the ground. And it is a really slick ball here. Sometimes people compare Aussie Rules matches to a game of hot potato. Today it's been more like wet potato. Or maybe hot potato covered in butter. Let's see here. Darn, now I'm hungry. Ball goes to ground, bunch of players battling for it. And no one able to gobble the ball up just yet. As the litany of inevitable food metaphors continues here. Taken down there, I believe that was Graham. That was Graham hauled down. Playing his last game as a Boston Demon right here. And there's a battle for it at midfield. Shepard's got it now. Shepard handballs it off. Demon saying never say die. Oh, big Shepard there by Shepard. As a Chicago player was going to get the ball, and Mike Shepard just blew him off his feet. And let's see. Kick goes up now. I believe that might have been free kick given to Boston, so let's see. That kick might have gone out the full too, so. Got a free kick going to, I believe, Chicago now. And that'll do it. That's full time. The Swans have indeed gotten over the line and taken a victory over the Boston Demons. Final score here in the Division II field at Dublin, Ohio. The Chicago Swans, 4 goals, 3 behinds, 27 points. And the Boston Demons, 2 goals, 2 behinds, 14 points. And that drops the curtain on another edition of Stateside Footy Goes to the Nationals. But we've got more action ready to go for our next episode, which will feature another Aussie Rules double shot. First off, we'll bring you a clash between 2 of the top teams in Division II, namely the Los Angeles Dragons and the Nashville Kangaroos. We'll follow that up with another mixed side match from the women's division as the ladies from Calgary, Alberta meet up with the Frozen Gila Demons, consisting of players from Columbus, Minnesota, and Boston. Until then, don't forget that you can get your footy on anytime. Just visit our online video sites. We can be found at vimeo.com/StatesideFootyTV, as well as blip.tv/StatesideFootyTV. You can look us up on YouTube as well. You can also visit our website. The address is www.StatesideFootyTV.com. You can like us on Facebook. Our name there is Stateside Footy TV. And you can follow our Twitter handle. It's BillR_SS Footy. Till we meet again, on behalf of my production partner, Stacey Robert, I'm Bill Robert, inviting you to tune in to the next episode and subsequent episodes of Stateside Footy.